Imagine the moment you knew they were the one. You're ready to propose, but don't know where to start. That's where I come in. My name is Natasha Mateer, and I am the CEO of Jncy Jewelers. I'm a private jeweler and a gemologist, and I create jewelry for special moments. So I surveyed over 100 men and women, asking them what was lacking in their experience. And so many mentioned there was no real design input and a lack of knowledge from their sales rep. So I solve this in a luxury and a concierge setting backed by science. We not only educate our clients on diamonds that will have the optimal brilliance, but we also listen to their design input. And the ring buying experience and jewelry experience is just the beginning of a long customer life cycle as we source luxury timepieces and have fine jewelry for push presents. So why invest in us? We're in a $590.7 billion industry with a 2.6 growth rate, and we're asking for $50,000 for marketing funds. Thank you so much.
All right, wonderful. Right at the edge there. Wonderful with your 1 minute. Okay, judges, do you have questions? Go, start now.
Hi, this is Yvonne. My first question, what is your actual business model? I heard you mention about they may not be satisfied with their sales rep, but you're saying about building relationship, but what do your numbers tell you is the average price that your customers will pay for what you offer? And what is your model to make money and have a profit?
Okay, so the average price is around $6,000. We specialize in engagement rings, but we also sell luxury timepieces. So the price kind of balances out. And so our business model is concierge for now. As we grow, we're 3 years in June until we'll have enough funds to open up a storefront. So initially customers find me either through word of mouth, social media, or just Google my business. And then from there, they come in and let's say they want to do an engagement ring. I educate them on the optimal diamond to pick based on their budget. And we're very budget friendly. So if you have $1,000, I can recommend from there, or if you have 10,000. And then from there, we also make their wedding bands. And then that opens up the doors to just custom pieces or the fine jewelry pieces that we have. So it's concierge.
So does that mean only in person, or do you have a web presence?
Both. I'm in person. I'm in my office actually right now in downtown Miami, and we do have a web presence online, and that's where a majority of the people find the fine jewelry pieces.
Okay, last question. Who is your target customer? Describe them for me.
Okay, so my target customer, I was going to speak about this, but I didn't have enough time, is the emerging Black middle class, Black middle to upper middle class.
Give me numbers. Give me numbers. What average income?
Average income would be $150,000. So they're engineers, doctors, lawyers, nurses.
Okay.
Fabiana has her hand up. She wants to ask a question.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, Natasha, I heard you from other presentations, so your business is familiar for me, but I would like to know exactly if you are the only owner. If I look into the Zombies, are you the women entrepreneur in ownership, in possession of all the shares? Do you have a partner? How is exactly the ownership in reference of shares?
Okay, I am the full owner. However, with Jncy, and maybe you heard of this in the past, where I did other pitches. Jncy is actually for the initials for me and my 3 brothers. So the goal is to eventually have all of them come on, and then all of them will have a part of the business, and they'll all touch certain pieces. One brother will do watches, one will be a bench jeweler, and one will do CADs and prints. So that's the goal. And my brother is actually here doing prints now for some customers that we have.
You got about 2 minutes left. There you go. Go ahead, Kevin.
So I am extremely familiar with your business because when it came for me to buy my ring, I luckily found someone like you because I was clueless and then ended up spending a lot of money, but saved a lot of money. So my question is, well, I have a couple of questions. But I'm going to try and go quickly. Your business, what is I'll jump right to it. What's your end goal? Where do you see yourself? Where would you like to be?
So the end goal would be to have a storefront. And with that storefront, I would have in-house bench jewelers and stone setters, and then customers can come in, buy some ready-made pieces, but then also still have that.
So sorry to interrupt. I know we're really short on time. I've got that. So if you take a step back, is your goal to have a jewelry store, service your customers, have a very customized personal touch, but essentially be one location, have a great jewelry store, and basically that would be the business?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.
Can I have one more question? What is your ask? Are you asking for money?
Yes, my ask was for 50,000.
50,000.
Yeah, for marketing. I've secured everything else that I needed.
You got 30 seconds left. Yvonne, can you do it quickly?
No, I just asked it.
Okay. All right.
So for that 50K, that's marketing. How does that equate to you actually having a store? Is that 50K going to enable you to generate enough income? And if you get that 50K today, would you need to raise more money in a year? What's the runway for that 50K?
10 seconds.
Okay, so I have an office. It's the concierge, but the 50K would be to go and do Facebook ads, Google ads, and also hire a photographer and someone that can then push that on so I can have better photos for social media.
And how close would you be to actually having a storefront?
It depends on the sales that I get that year, but it could be in maybe 1 to 2 years.
Okay, I've got to interrupt time because I want to make sure that we stop by at least 7. But thank you so much, Natasha. Thank you so much, judges. That was great. Our next contestant, come on down, please. Auntie, Mapleberry Tea Company, let's go.
Hi, everyone. I can begin.
All right, let me reset. Make sure you get your full 1 minute. Oh, ready, set, and go.
In the past 2 years, by show of hands, how many of you have needed a real vacation? I'm talking about a real vacation. Okay, you don't have to all put your hands up at once. Imagine the tropical beaches of Jamaica, the warm waters of the Maldives, or the black sands of Hawaii. Absolute peace. Good evening, judges, colleagues. My name is Jncy Clements, and I'm the proud owner of Mapleberry Tea Company, the tea company that takes you places. After seeing all that we've been through in the past 2 years and surviving, we just need a moment of peace. And that's exactly what we offer at Mapleberry Tea Company. We're asking for $10,000 to continue to extend our branding and online presence for a 10% ROI. Mapleberry Tea Co., a place of peace.
Wonderful. All right, judges.
Can you explain more or what your numbers are? You said 10%, is that equity? You said ROI. Want 10,000 for 10% equity, so you're buying your business at 100,000?
No, ma'am. We are saying 10% in regards to angel investing. So a 10% return on your investment.
Okay, I'm not following that.
So are you looking for a loan?
Yeah. Because I took it to be 10% equity, meaning $10,000 for 10% is you're buying it $100,000. But you want a loan? Is it a loan you want for 10,000 and you'll return 10% interest?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so it's a loan. What's your income since you've been started since what, 2019?
Yes, ma'am. Our monthly income ranges from $3,500 to $5,000 per month.
So how much did you make last year, 2021?
Last year was a up and down year for us. We actually went from our storefront in Dania Beach to strictly online. So our sales were at $20,000. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you.
So could you talk about what the business is? Are you selling tea directly to consumers? Is that the business?
We are a full service tea company, so we do have more than one option. We do sell directly to consumer, but we also sell to businesses as a wholesale option as well.
If I may, I'm going to ask you the same question in reference of ownership. How are you registered in public records?
I am 100% the sole owner of Maplewood Tea Cohort.
Okay, and you switch the model from a storefront. Right now, you are an e-commerce. We could say that, right?
Yes.
And
Yes,
what is
ma'am.
the average of prices that you manage? How much it could be, or are you including the delivery? What is the price? The base price up to the most expensive package that you may have, just to give us an idea.
Our most expensive package could absolutely range from anywhere between $500 and $5,000, because that's based on what the business owner or consumer needs. For example, if someone is doing a wedding and they want to do custom teas for their guests, they can absolutely order that as well. Our base price starts at $11.99.
So
Do you have memberships that we could renew every single month, or is something that you are not evaluating right now?
We absolutely, and we just actually implemented our Tranquility box, which is our Peace in a Cup, which is our monthly subscription right now. It gives our guests an opportunity to get several teas that promote peace and relaxation. So I'm so glad you asked me that. We just actually launched that. So I'm super excited about that.
Good, thank you.
Thank you.
Do you consider yourself a tea distributorship? I mean, is it leaf tea? Is it hot cold tea? Or do you sell to others bulk wholesale? Will you service catering companies? Because I'm not getting a clear idea of what you're selling online.
We absolutely do all of the above. So we have options to sell loose leaf tea. We do bag tea as well. We give them an opportunity to decide what they want, but our main model right now is to do bag tea because we found that our consumers enjoy that the most, even though we started out as straight loose tea. So now we do bag tea, and we can our consumers and business to business as well.
Can you describe your target demographic?
My target demographic are women, ages about 34 to 39, business professionals who just need some time to kind of breathe. The beautiful thing about tea is you can't do it fast. So unlike coffee, people tend to take their time with it. So it's something that people who are usually busy and like just a moment of relaxation between times, either in the morning, at night, usually have.
Average income?
Average income, I would say between $54,000 and $60,000.
Okay, time's up.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Ashanti. Great job. Mayava. Mayava. I should know this by now, Morgana. We've talked about it a million times. Music. Morgana is here to talk to you all about this wonderful company. So let me reset the clock. Are you ready, Morgana?
I'm ready.
Okay, go.
We are Maiva Music, a Miami and Virginia sound merged to birth Maiva. We are a music label that connects music production, songwriting, and artist development services for up-and-coming independent artists. The idea for Maiva started as a dream that two young college kids had to make quality music, and the vision has evolved into meeting the need to grow and develop talented artists. Our team consists of co-founders and production duo Hwood and LG, who represent the production, programming, sound engineering, and classical piano side, while I, Morgana Nieves, hold the PR, marketing, and the business piece as CEO. In 2021, recorded music revenues in the US grew 23% to a $15 billion industry. So our model is to create customized packaging services that can be retained by our artists on a monthly basis. And our ask as for our startup costs is $25,000, which will help us create a foundation for our music. And hopefully once we launch, be able to fund our marketing efforts for our artists and her upcoming EP. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. All right. So you've heard the pitch. Judges, I'm resetting the clock and you can ask your questions for Morgana now.
So you asked for 25,000 startup funds for starting the business. So that means that you do not have any. Okay. So, and what is
not registered yet as a business? We are in discussions of, talking about what the percentage are going to be as far as women owned, minority owned, Black owned, because we encompass all of that.
So you have an actual business plan and financial projections. Do you have that or not yet?
Not yet. That's what I've been working on with WE360.
And are you going to be in 100% of possession of the share? So you have a partner,
So there's 3 of us, and that's
3, right?
Yes, that's where we're in the discussions of what the percentages are going to look like.
But yes. A legal assessment you need as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Kevin.
So I was going to ask, how are you going to use the 25K?
So what we want to do is obviously register our company, do all of the legal documents that we need to do. We do have an artist, so we want to sign her officially. And then, of course, as far as the packaging and providing services on a monthly basis, we also want to create a website where we can showcase our music. So we can send, potential clients to listen to the music that we produce and our style. And so to be able to house that and manage that, be able to provide our music for purchase or lease. That's another revenue stream that we're considering. And also record, mix, and master the first EP for our artists, which is really important because, to break an artist into a major market, the cost is about $2 million according to the Recording Industry Association of America. So obviously we're going to do that on a budget.
So everything you've said minus the EP part, you should be able to say to the dollar what it would cost, right? To register a business, to create a website, like all those things, you should be able to tell me 5,201, like to the dollar, you should know those numbers. So for the EP part, what is your unique economics? Because ultimately, for you to scale, those are numbers you're gonna have to repeat over and over and over again. Yeah. So I have no idea if that part costs $1,000.
So what we're looking
$10,000
to register the company. To answer your question, we're looking at about $5,000 as far as the legal documents as well and the contracting. The website part, we're looking probably at another $5,000 is what we're estimating. And the mixing and the recording part, that's where the rest of the money will come into play.
So when you say registering the company, you talking about literally creating an LLC or whatever corporate structure?
Yes, right now it's just an idea.
Is that an estimate as in you've talked to someone and that's the quote they gave you?
Yes, we did seek some legal counsel, but we're probably going to do a lot of that, on our own. Just very quickly, you shouldn't be spending $5,000 to incorporate or do anything like that. It shouldn't cost you. It should cost you. Definitely not $5,000. There's resources out there that will help you incorporate, and if you know what you're doing, you can literally do it by the end of this call on Sunbiz and be incorporated. Sunbiz, and we want to trademark also.
Okay. Yeah,
And-
USPTO. I mean, all those
Okay.
things.
Online.
Trademark search.
Yep, all online,
Very
exactly.
little cost. So
375.
I would go back, look at those numbers.
Okay.
But once you have that, and the website too, you can do that. You can find someone that can help you.
Yeah.
For minimal cost. But beyond this conversation, you need to know the economics for that EP, because we can all give you feedback on your use of funds beyond
Right.
your special source.
Yes.
I haven't got a clue about recording, but those economics are going to be the foundation for your business going forward. You only incorporate once, you create your website, but
Right.
I don't know about EP, so it's hard for me to reconcile. If I was an investor, if I was going to invest right now and I gave you 25K, I don't know how far that will get you. I don't know if that will get you through the summer.
Well, right now we've released 2 singles for our artists, and we've done it ourselves.
Okay.
So we can do it,
Okay.
but we'd love to be able to get it mastered, professionally and really elevate the quality of our music. So that's, what we were budgeting for that to do. But we've done it ourselves. And like you said, we can definitely do everything ourselves. And that's what.
Get the hard numbers. Get
Time
more
is up.
feedback and get the hard numbers.
Thank you.
All right. Awesome. Thank you. Wonderful job, Morgana. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Next up is Remedy.
Hello.
Awesome. So I've got to get my little stopwatch ready and reset. Are you ready, Remedy?
Yes, I'm ready.
Wonderful. Okay, and go.
Have you ever had an experience that you felt was great, but you knew something was missing, a special ingredient that really would fulfill your soul? Well, that's where Remedy LLC comes in. Peace, my name is Remedy, and I am the CEO of Remedy LLC, a production company based in Miami, Florida. We offer services that include high quality music, film, and immersive art productions, live music performances, user experience design, creative direction, speaking engagement, songwriting, and music supervision. And a portion of our revenue comes from our ads. If you went to the Jazz in the Gardens this past weekend, I'm sure you felt that it was a great experience, but there was just something missing, that special ingredient. And like I said, that's where we come in, helping them to add value by creating an immersive and lasting impression from beginning to end. Our customer segment, our booking agents, promoters, event organizers, artists and musicians, small business owners, and corporation. Our ask is for $75,000 that we can use towards marketing so that we can further research our target market and to expand our reach. Feel God, and thank you so much.
All right, time's up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, judges, I'm resetting the clock and you can go.
I'm not clear on what you offer. I heard you mention for as reference to a Jazz in the Gardens, which was an event last weekend. But when you say something's missing, what's your USP? What do you bring to that obviously you thought they didn't? And this 75,000, what kind of money have you made? Or are you organized and have you made money? As I said.
Okay. Well, if we're able to really understand who our market is, that will help us be able to reach them and therefore expand the amount of money that we bring in. The service that we offer, as I mentioned, is we offer immersive art production, immersive experiences. So in other words, when you go to a festival, you may, you get the music, you get the food and et cetera. But what we do is combine art, we combine visuals and things to really make it impactful, where you are immersed completely in the experience from beginning to end versus just auditorily, or, we bring the entire visual and auditory and physical aspects together to make it a lasting impression for you.
So do you have an example of what you've done? Because you're talking about what you're planning
Yes.
on doing. You've done this.
Well, I do this. I have an event that I host myself called Find Your Remedy, which is an immersive art and music experience, where we create and infuse music, art, and film together. And sorry.
So how much money have you made since 2020?
Right now, we're still in the startup stages, so we're still beginning. I've made about on average between $500 and $1,000 with each show that we've had.
Okay.
And we started last year, November.
Okay. And this is for all the entrepreneurs. And I'm the one not only for it, I use the word bootstrapping, whether it's bootstrapping completely. All of you have talent, you're talking about your expertise. Go out there and make some money. You know, then that can really build that foundation to get additional funding, whether it's an angel investor, whether it's crowdfunding, whether it's CDI funds or whatever, or grant or pitch competition. But you've got to show that you've been able to make some money to be able to scale and grow that money. That's something bottom line for all entrepreneurs. You've got to show what traction you've already gotten. And if you need money, you ask for that money and how that money will help you scale and make more money and increase your ROI.
Okay.
My question is, do you see an increase of activities, of this type of activities, that we could say that COVID is still more relaxed in reference of the CDC criteria? How do you feel in reference of the near future? More activity, more demand, or is something that you have like, you know, seasonal demand? What is exactly?
Well, this is a great question. Because I know that is a concern for many, but this is laxing a lot due to the numbers dropping with COVID-19. And a lot of people are ready to get out and go to events, but we not only create events that are in person, we also create events that are online. So we don't focus only on if we're able, like we think ahead. So our events that we throw are also online.
Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You have about 2 minutes left if anybody wants to ask a
Wow.
follow-up.
Is your model to provide consulting or service to others, or to put events on yourself?
So we create events ourselves so that I'm an artist myself. I'm a music performer. So as I said, some of the services that we offer are music performances and creating events, but this is also, the reason why we do this is so that we can show that we do it ourselves. We're able to do this. So yes, I create events for myself and for others.
Yourself. All right. So you're doing one as a segue to the other. So for yourself, you're saying you'll make what's the best case scenario of revenue per event you put on yourself?
$1,000, because I'm still trying to figure out how to reach my market, how to
and then what is it on if you're offering it as a consulting service for others?
If I'm offering a consulting service for others,
what's your
I haven't done a lot of work in that area as much as I would like to.
Okay.
Because I've been really focused on my own music.
As an investor, if you're saying you need 75,000 to figure out, well, you need to do 75 shows just to break even if you gave all your money back to the investor. So we have no idea what kind of free cash flow you're generating through your business. So, you know, if you step all the way back and you look at it strictly by numbers, you know, it sounds like you're trying to figure out there's something there, but there's no way for us to figure out numbers. And
this is definitely a rising market. We have a lot of people coming in.
Oh, you can finish, you can answer them, but we're running out of time.
We have a lot of companies coming into the Miami area that are creating immersive art events, such as the museum here, Super Blue. We have the Van Gogh Experience. There's another one. There's a few here and there, and this is on the rise and it is in demand. People are wanting these type of experiences.
Okay, thank you, Remedy. Great job. Thank you so much. All righty. Our next pitch contestant is Miss Jess. Are we ready? Jess, Jessica.
According to Mental Health America, MHA.org, 41.
Oh, wait. I should have known you were going to go yes, jump the gun. Oh, wait a minute. Let me reset my clock. Hold on. Oh, all righty. Ready, set, and go.
According to Mental Health America, MHA.org, 41.8% of the US population is BIPOC, 13.5% of which migrated here. However, BIPOC therapists only count for 4.1% of therapists. Of those 4.1% of therapists, 68% report to have a waitlist, and over 65% of those are not taking new clients. Hi, I'm Jessica Jefferson, the founder and CEO of Soul Wellness Social Support and Therapeutic Services. We are a multicultural, multi-ethnic, multilingual group practice. We are launching this year into all 50 states to equip both clients and clinicians to meet the need, providing experts in the field an opportunity to be entrepreneurs without all of the back end work. And we are planning to launch and scale in 2018. We brought in $1,600. We scaled to $239 in 2021. In 2021, we had 76 cents on the dollar versus 34 cents on the dollar in 2020. We currently have in place the leadership team, infrastructure, and tech to support our launch, and we need funds to meet the growing need of the population and the demand for mental health services, as well as bringing on other mental wellness professionals to our team. We are seeking $200,000 for marketing to open a second location, onboarding, and as well to meet the needs of clients who come through our doors who do not have the capacity to meet the financial demands of the service that we provide. Partnering with Soul Wellness will allow you the opportunity to combat the #2 leading cause of death in the US, suicide. Thank you for your time.
All righty. Judges, I'm resetting the clock.
First of all, I have to start with, you have to be distinct and slow enough to tell your pitch in the 60 seconds. I heard BIPOC therapists, not 88% of that. I didn't get clear on whether you provide support services for these therapists to start a practice or you have your own practice. And I didn't hear what you're asking for, 200,000, but what have you brought in the next?
200,000, Shallow.
Okay, so I am a licensed clinical social worker and a qualified supervisor. I started my practice as a solo practice in 2018. I expanded to 11 therapists in 2020 and scaled back to 4 in 2021 to increase our productivity and provide more quality service to people seeking care for mental health services. In 2018, when we started, I brought in $1,600. In 2021, we closed out there $239,000. And we have been able to shift making 34 cents on the dollar in 2020 to 76 cents on the dollar in 2021. So what we're looking for is we find that our field is a very white, male, English dominated field, and clinicians are experts, but they're not really entrepreneurs. So we provide the back end opportunity for them to go forward and do what they love while making a very good living wage and preventing burnout.
So you sell your support services?
No, we are therapists. We help other people, like we provide psychotherapy. And for our practice, as we launch out, we are hiring other therapists, paying them a very high wage and allowing them to essentially 1099 so they can run their own business. But we do all the back end work. So we do marketing, we do HR, we do onboarding, we do training, we provide the clients, we do all the SEO, the website, the branding, the niching down, all of those aspects so they can still make a very, very good wage. And we're also branching out to not just therapists, we're looking for doulas, chiropractors, acupuncturists that understand both in culture, language, and experience the needs of our clients when they come forward.
Of the 200,000, what's your profit margin?
76% right now. We made 76 cents on the dollar last year.
So when you're asking for 200,000?
Yes, I'm asking for 200,000.
And was that for marketing? I mean, like, I didn't get clear on what.
Yes, so that is for our marketing needs. We are going to start marketing in all of the states. We have a Marcom person that has gone through and done all the research to find out what states need to have clinicians that have the higher rate of suicide and a mismatch of BIPOC clinicians. And we're then going to concentrate ads on Meta, LinkedIn, and Google to be able to source those clinicians and then source clients for those clinicians to fill those spots.
Are you going after any group, meaning governments or mental health organizations or associations to scale your business? To get contracts?
We did do a lot of B2B work last year. We partnered with different attorneys and organizations. We also do speaking and training throughout our communities.
Okay, thank you.
Jessica, I see that you have a good opportunity. The market and the conditions probably are really right now for the type of therapeutic service that you provide. What I'm seeing is that the ask for 250 is almost equal what the amount that you are making in 1 year. So what if you adjust the ask for less money? can you take the business to the next level? Let's say that, I don't know, probably a loan for 50,000 or 75,000. You shouldn't be asking for the total gross yearly sales amount that you are or you were making last year. But I see that your business is steady, but probably not ready yet for the amount of money that you are asking right now. So
well, we're looking to aggressively scale to meet the market needs, because there are a lot of clinicians that are working in agencies. They're not able to have a living wage and clients that are need to be served, and our suicide rates are going through the roof. So we are simultaneously attacking from both sides.
maybe Kevin, you see some investor having the interest, the appetite for full.
So I guess I'm looking at this uniquely because I have a good friend that is a mental health worker, and she has her own practice, and she couldn't make any more money because she don't have any more time. Like there's just too many people. So I understand the market. The market is just simply exploded with COVID, and it's absolutely needed. My concern is that you asked for 200,000. What happened when you had 11 clinicians and you went down to 4?
I scaled down because I had clinicians that were having problems in delivering the kind of service that I wanted. So whether they were missing sessions, where they weren't doing paperwork, things that are ethically needed, that are needed to carry on, we scaled down and got clinicians.
So you didn't have the right, so those clinicians aren't going to work with you anymore. So it weren't the right clinicians. Correct. So you had an issue sourcing the right people, because if you had the right people, you're making money hand over fist with the right people. So now what's changed that if I give you 200, you're going to be able to find the right people to suddenly scale?
We now have a client onboarding process. We have SOCs, an HR person, a Marcom person, and
I'll take a step back. What changed with you sourcing of the professional? I understand you may be able to get the clients in, but your challenge before was on the professional side. So what's changed with you finding the right people to provide the services?
And you can answer this, but time's up after this.
Absolutely. We fine-tuned our avatar for our clinicians. So versus people saying, hey, we want to come in, and me really having the desire to help people grow their businesses and their brands, we now have like an actual HR department that will go through and essentially scan through the resumes. We have a 3-step interview process. We have individual interviews, group interviews, and panel interviews to ensure that whatever we didn't catch when it was just me interviewing, that we're catching on a whole team. And we also have a probationary period for the clinicians that we're onboarding, as well as a full training suite through our current EHR, which is our electronic.
Wonderful. Thank you so quick. I've made an executive decision. Because there were 3 folks that came in the top 3, and I want to make sure that all 3 of these people are recognized. So I know I said it would just be the top 2, but I want to recognize the 3rd place winner as well, because it was close. So is everybody back? I need drum rolls. All right. Let me go back. I need music. I need music. I'm gonna throw a little bit of a curveball. Hopefully we can end by 7:15. But when I give each of the winners, so the person that came in 3rd, it would be great if one of the judges could jump up and just say, what they thought was absolutely wonderful about that person. I'm just going to give you 30 seconds. Okay, because we didn't have a real chance to deliberate here on Zoom, and we didn't have a chance to really deliberate publicly either. So at the very least, I want to give these ladies a shot in the arm at the end. So the person that came in 3rd is Jessica Jefferson with Soul Wellness. Judges, I need one of you to just come up and just say 30 seconds about what you thought was wonderful about her company.
Hi, congratulations. I think that you are working in a space that not only is needed, but can be extremely profitable. As you said, it's definitely needed from coast to coast. So if you do this right, your ability to scale is right there at your fingertips. I know of therapists that are sitting on the bench, not sure if they're going to get in. So, you know, you are 100% right in that therapists are therapists and not business people. So assisting them with doing their job and actually being profitable along the way, it can be, you know, a really great business. So congratulations. You know, with more work on the pitch, I think it can be very compelling.
Thank you.
Awesome. Congratulations, Jessica. Great job. Great job. And by the way, Jessica is also a new mother, and she's been doing all of this at the same time, which is amazing. Amazing. So I'm very proud of you. All right. The second place winner is Jncy Jewelers, Natasha. Now, judges, can you say something, 30 seconds about Natasha and her business and presentation?
She's awesome. I mean, she's always trying to get more and more knowledge, even the fact that she has experience. So her character, she's humble. So I really like that from her. She's always finding the opportunity to learn more. So congratulations, Jessica.
Awesome. Jessica, we expect, you know, I've already had my conversation with you about your mentor. I expect great things from Jessica. I expect great things from all of you. So congratulations on your second place finish in the pitch competition. And I'm not a musician. Remedy, I need help. And number one is Mapleberry Tea Company, Miss Ashanti.
Yeah. This is Yvonne. Congratulations. The market that you're in, it's durable. I have a client who Long Island Tea, you may know of it, out of Detroit. She focused on its iced tea. It's now in Costco and so forth. But the key thing I would say, if it's tea bags, know your customer. And I'm gonna give you a suggestion. As you say, for us, tea bags, you just want to spend time, develop a collection and put a premium price on it. That way you can have luxury customers who will pay. I don't know what you're pricing. I'm not sure I even heard that. But if you got someone paying premium gourmet prices with things, you increase your price you're getting there. And I'll say again, you need to really develop those markets with what you've got and start making some money. You said you need $10,000 and you're saying you want a loan. I think you can get it on a pitch competition if you really work on your pitch. Yeah, pitch competition every day. I've had two clients this year, 2022, who won over $50,000. You need to look at other funding opportunities. Don't look for a loan, because I'm not sure whether you meant a loan or whether you meant equity, but make sure you're clear on what you need. But congratulations.
Thank you. I am so proud of each and every one of you, the ladies that you didn't. Let me tell you, even if you didn't place, you did such a wonderful job because you showed up, and so many people in this cohort didn't even show up. Exactly. So I'm applauding every single one of you because you didn't have to put yourself out there. So I want you to be encouraged. I want you to keep going. Yvonne said something very powerful. There are so many pitch competitions. So many pitch competitions in the state of Florida and around this country. There is money to be made, and you ladies are prime and ready. Every single one of you. You just need to perfect your pitch. You need to focus on those numbers, take that feedback that the judges gave you, and the sky's the limit for you. So I'm expecting big things. I expect to see all of you in May, and I want to keep my promise that we would end early I didn't get to 7, but I'm close to 7:15. Thank you so much, Yvonne. I know.
Can I make a last comment? I put it in the chat.
Yes.
I put it in the chat, I think.
Okay.
Let me go back to it. What did I do? I think, here we go. Great job, contestants, great job showing up to pitch your business. Just what Kim said, you got to show up to get it. You got to show up. Place yourself in the investor seat. It really isn't about you. It's about what the investor sees in you, because you have to give them a reason to place their money. Give them that reason, you will always get a yes. Your numbers of your income, your business model, clarity and how you will do it. It cannot be nebulous. It's got to be very focused on exactly how you're going to scale and your projections of how it's going to be, because that's really is the key to acquire funding.